Hello, everyone, and you're listening to Ken Collects. This is our first Marvel preview. Today, we're going to be talking about a new set that's going to be coming out in the near future, and it's called Marvel Platinum. So let's get into it. All right, so here we have Marvel Platinum. This is the website, Cardboard Connection. This is kind of where I'm getting most of the information released. It says here that the product details are it's putting Upper Deck is putting a platinum finish on comic artwork from past and present. It says here that hobby boxes will have autographed or low numbered parallels plus six additional parallels and three inserts. The base set includes 200 cards, where the first 100 will be new original artwork, and the rest of the 100 will be used from classic Marvel comic publishing art as far back as 1960. It was funny because when I first read this preview, I thought they were going to be using Marvel comic cover art back from the 1960s, which was really exciting because I thought it was going to be using like legendary iconic covers. But this actually, I was wrong because when I looked at the preview, the sell sheet, which we will be looking at momentarily, it's using art from basically all comics, so like inside, like inserts from actual comic books, promos, and all that other good stuff. So lots to choose from. I'm excited to see kind of what art they choose for the remaining 100. But yeah, it says here also chromium parallels include hobby box or hobby only orange checkers and golden treasures. So the golden checkers are up to 33, and then the golden treasures are the one of one. It says here other colorful choices. For me, this one means in the future, if they do decide to do blaster boxes, if they do decide to do gift boxes or any other promos or other ways to sell the set, these guys will be kind of common throughout. So you'll still be able to get purple pixels, cosmic, seismic gold, and amber crystals. So this part was actually the reason why got really excited for the set, where it said that the base variant cover takes the base set art and then they have creator art variants from up to 10 acclaimed Marvel artists. And then the Marvel artists that they uh, mention in here are, where does it say? There's three that they included. Here we go. Base creator art variant artists include Bill Sienkiewicz, Mike Allred, and Ron Lim. So, for those of you who don't know these artists yet, we're going to look into them really quickly and I'll explain to you kind of why it's a big deal. So yeah, there's other inserts into the set as well. As you can see, there's Platinum Duo, Super Statistics, Marvel Great Sketch, which is one of one. So these are actually getting well-renowned artists doing sketch cards, not just kind of anyone that no one really knows about, which is also a really exciting thing. The estimated release date for this product is January 2024, but as you as you know by now, Upper Deck usually has a lot of delays. So we'll see. So far, I feel like they're kind of pushing this product fairly heavily, and I think it's because they're trying to keep up with the demand and the supply. So hopefully, it's in and around January or February latest. The hobby box configuration includes 10 cards per pack and 10 packs per box. So if you buy a box, you get 100 cards. Inside each pack, you get one rainbow parallel, one color, one variant, and one insert or chase. And then inside each box, you get the following, which is one autograph or parallel, which is numbered 50 or less. You get four numbered parallels, which is a 99 or less. You get one variant cover, a rainbow parallel, three inserts, and then one insert rainbow parallel. So recently, I guess it was a couple of days ago, they released the sell sheet preview, and this is the preliminary design. And this is kind of what drove me to want to make this little preview video, just because I think there's a lot of really cool stuff here happening here that we can kind of look at. So I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit just to give us a clearer picture. So here is kind of the box design, really, really cool looking. I actually don't know who this artist is, the one that did the Scarlet Witch on the main box. I also don't know who, who did the Doctor Doom or the Wasp. But when I looked at the uh, Iron Man and I look at the Moon Knight, they looked similar to art that I've seen in the past from Fleer Ultra, Spider Man, Fleer Ultra, Avengers, and other. And then when I zoomed in closer, and I actually look closer to the actual art, I noticed a little signature down at the bottom, and it was kind of similar here. And then I realized that the signature belonged to Tom Fleming. And then I went on his Instagram account because I already follow him. And funny enough, he had posted this little thing of a close up saying, "Holy crap! They finally announced the release of Marvel Platinum. Glad to see," and that he's flattered that they're using his art for the initial promotion. For those of you who don't know Tom Fleming yet, or by now, he's done other art. Like for example, he did this one for the Fleer Ultra Spider Man. He's done stuff for Fleer Ultra Avengers. He did this one. This one was also on the sell sheet for Fleer Ultra's Avengers, and then he also did a really cool Venom for. I know he did that for Flare. I wonder if he posted it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, 2019 Flare. So, yeah, so Tom Fleming, he's pretty well known in the Upper Deck trading card scene. He's done lots of original art for lots of different sets, and personally, I think all of the sets that he's worked on have been quite successful. For those who know about the hobby boxes for Fleer Ultra Spider-Man, you'll know that these boxes are now in the thousands. Very, very tough to find, very hard to find at a reasonable price. Fleer Ultra Avengers just came out not too long ago, but very, very popular set. Really, really good artwork, really good stuff. And yeah, so yeah, that's Bill Sienkiewicz. And then the other art, for example, I don't know really who's done the Medusa or the Loki, but I do like how they're using, some iconic covers, but then other art from well-known magazines. So obviously here we have the Norman Osborn, which was featured on Dark Avengers issue number 1. We got the Cosmic Ghost Rider, and then when we go over here, we look at this Hobby Box exclusive. And funny enough, where we also see another Tom Fleming art, which is the Hulk. Um, when we look at some of the other art, I looked at the Spider Man, and I actually was a little bit underwhelmed. I didn't really like the art that they chose here, and I thought to myself, "Oh wow, that's a that's not really. I mean, it's a okay picture, but to choose this as kind of like the main Spider-Man card, I was kind of a little taken back." And then, funny enough, I was looking at the bottom description here. It says the Amazing Spider-Man, number 351, and I thought, there's no way that could be, because I remember the 351 art or that era does not look this modern. So then I just typed in, Amazing Spider-Man 351, and the cover came out basically looking like this. This was the cover from Amazing Spider-Man 351. So a lot of really, really different. Obviously, Bagley art, not really that modern. And then I did a Google. I was so convinced that they made a mistake, so I did a Google image reverse, and then I found that that image actually comes from the Amazing Spider-Man number 69, the newer volume. If you scroll down a little bit, there it is, right? So clearly, this sell sheet is just kind of like a work in progress, and it does say here, all images are subject to change. Thank goodness, because I really, I really do hope that the Spider-Man image does kind of change to something else. Um, But yeah, the orange. This is just kind of giving you guys an idea of what the orange checkers are going to look like, and these are up to 33. And then while we're on the Spider-Man note, I was looking over here at the actual art of the box, and I was zooming in really closely, and I was really impressed because I you could actually get a little snippet of another Platinum Duos, which is Cloak and Dagger, and then off to the side there's I don't know about you guys, but this looks like Spider-Man to me. It looks like Spider-Man, feels like Spider-Man. I would be surprised if it wasn't Spider-Man. And that image of Spider-Man kind of slinging through the air, through the city with his webs and stuff. You know, the classic web sling was is better than what we saw just previous to this. So I think that might be the original or what they're going to be using for Spider-Man. I just don't know. And I guess I understand they don't want to obviously give away all of their uh all of their goodies all at once. So yeah. Then here you look at the next page, it says dazzling array of different parallels. So here you have blue, you got red, you got green, you got your purple, you got your cosmic, and then you got your seismic gold. And again, all of this artwork is either from comic books or original art. All really, really well done. I really like how they're just kind of focusing on the characters, um, kind of like a close up full body. And then the inserts. So again, I was a little bit confused at first when I read the description. I thought the remaining 100 cards were going to be from classic art, but then it says here that they're going to be creating iconic covers as an insert, and they've done things like this before. They did this in Marvel Beginnings, the very first one, and they've also done similar things like Platinum Duos in the past as well, with like their team up formations and other things like that. So these are no new. It's not nothing new to the avid collector, but I think for anyone new coming into this, these are great because for me, I really liked the iconic covers when they did it. I mean, the iconic covers they've been doing all the way since back to 1990 Marvel Universe. So it's kind of like a telltale thing that happens that occurs in pretty much every great set. So I'm glad that they're including that in this set. Uh, the super statistics. This kind of reminded me a little bit of what's it called? What's it called? The power levels. The power levels in that one set. I'm drawing a blank right now, but yeah. So the three inserts I think are strong inserts to include in this set. I think it'll be fun to collect. I hate it when they create those inserts that are not that dynamic, not that iconic. But I think with these three, they're pretty good. They're pretty safe to say it's gonna go. Um, the next page we're looking at is the base set creator art variant, and this is kind of what made me really, really excited for the set. So we talked about Bill Sienkiewicz um, prior to, but if you look over here at I guess his art, and if you don't know most of his stuff, he's done work for DC, he's done work for Marvel. He has a really cool water like watercolor spray paint kind of grunge, misty, almost kind of like Sandman in a way. His style. He's done stuff for like masterpieces in the past. He's done work for a bunch of different sets, and he's really well renowned. And I really like the textures that he has in his art. So when you look over here, I mean, I look at this art and it screams his style. I mean, I don't know for sure. I don't know 100% if that really is, his work, but it may as well it could be. When I looked at Ron Lim, it was funny because I looked at the Silver Surfer and I looked at Galactus and I was like, oh man, like that should have been Ron Lim's, uh, creator art variant, just because if you look up Ron Lim and you look up his art, you'll see that he is very much, he's done a lot of Galactus work, he's done Thanos work, he's done Silver Surfer work, and he's really good at it. um, but then when I looked at his style, he's got a lot of detail. I noticed that he kind of likes doing these like little sparkly esque reflections in his work, and with these guys they don't. But then when you look at Mike Allred and his work, very clean lines, kind of simple, but like a little bit more on the cartoony side. It definitely matches up with the Silver Surfer and Galactus. So I mean, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that this is Mike Allred's version. Uh, uh, I don't really know who did the Thor or the Doctor Doom just yet. I've been trying to like figure out who it could be, but yeah. So these creator art variants, regardless, these are going to be really really cool to collect. These are going to be really awesome chase cars to go for in the set. I'm really excited for that. As we go down, you see they've included autos, and then there's parallels for each auto as well. You have your orange, your green, your blue, your gold, and then here we get some really well-known um, writers. Kelly Thompson. We got Donny Cates, Krip Buzik or Buziak. And then this part also was a really nice touch that they've included. So with Marvel Masterpieces, 2022 Marvel Masterpieces, they did basically the same thing. I thought that this was a really successful design that they added. Reimagining the covers, the as variant covers, like as comic books. So they've actually included that design in the set, which is really really nice to see as well. Um, so yeah. And here's a couple more previews of the Marvel Great Sketch. We have your printing plates, again, autographs, and then we have the golden treasures. And so yeah. So looking at this, I guess again, like I'm just really blown away with the set overall. I can't really think of anything, pinpointing anything that's weak about the set. I'm looking at kind of like all the sets that have come out prior to this. Um, Obviously not including Masterpieces, because Masterpieces is kind of a set of its own, which is why it's kind of retailing and selling for over $1,000 per box. Um, but yeah, it's kind of nice to see Upper Deck and Marvel creating a new line, a brand new line. They've never done platinum before. It's also a really nice set because I feel like they're kind of combining a lot of elements from the metal universe. Obviously, putting it on like a chromium stock, kind of give it like that precious metal gem look. Really really metallic-y, really cool chrome finish. But then they're also combining like cool things like the original artwork from artists that have already been featured on other sets like Fleer Ultra, Avengers, and Spider-Man and Flare. So it's kind of nice to see that. And then also getting the renowned artists on board to create variant covers. It's just such a really cool set. So yeah, so I mean, I made this video just so that everyone kind of knew my thought process and why I'm excited for this set. And I'm hoping that you're excited for this set now too. In case you haven't heard about it, or let's say you did hear about it but you didn't really know what to think of it before the cell preview. I think this is going to be a really, really great set to collect or even invest in. I feel like it has a potential to be like the new modern Flair in a way. I'm not sure if Upper Deck or Marvel are planning on bringing back Flair in the near future. I haven't heard anything yet, but I know, for example, revamp or they reintroduce all these sets. All the time. There's Marvel Annual. They redid Marvel Beginnings 10 years later. Um, they're going to do a Fleer Ultra Spider-Man eventually, and then when that comes, it's going to be the next biggest thing. But I think with Platinum, because you look at what they're producing in the line, and you're looking at them kind of taking kind of like the best of the best, or kind of like things that kind of worked that everyone wanted or everyone likes. I think I can't see this set going down in value. for any reason, to be quite honest. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, and if you want more content like that, please let me know. Again, subscribe, like, comment on the video. It helps. But yeah, thanks a lot. See you later.